lived just a little ways from where we lived when we was on Clarence's place.
Mm-hmm.
Round on that hill right beside the crossing there, down at the creek, on that road going around, there is where their house was. And you can't even tell it now because everything's been cleaned up and all. House ain't there. Of course, it was the whole house then.
Okay, what about, he had mentioned too for you to tell one of your stories about the military. One of the things that sticks in you. Oh, when you got sick on that ship, that's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, going overseas.
yeah.
Yeah, USS Freeman. And I got sick, and the sergeant run me out of the kitchen. You know, Red Howard OJ was on the ship with me, and he was working in the kitchen. I was supposed to be working in the kitchen if I was able, but I wasn't able. And then the old doctor back there gave me a whole glass of oil, and them seasick tablets was brown, little brown tablet. He just threw two of them in the top of that glass and held the glass till they settled to the bottom. And he'd say, "Oh, you go over yonder at that water fountain and you drink, and then take them when you get to them to take them pills
Mm-hmm.
and drink all the water after you get that done. Drink all the water you can hold, and go back to your bunk, which it was a old canvas thing hung upside the wall of a chain and an iron pole, and they had things welded on it to hook them up to.
Mm-hmm.
That was the ship I come back on to. U.S. Freeman. Merchant Marines had it when we was going over, and they didn't keep nothing up. As long as you go, they didn't fool with it.
Mm-hmm. So did that remedy help your being seasick?
I imagine.
Did you feel better once you drank that?
Oh, that
Yeah.
yeah, that all. And he thought he was really fixing me up, but that's just what I needed. That coated my stomach. And the next morning, I forgot to tell you, the next morning, I was laying in my bunk, in that old bunk thing we had,
Uh-huh.
and the sergeant was waking up the KPs,
Yeah.
and one of the boys called me and told me we've got to go on KP. He said, "You leave that boy alone. He's on sick bay." And I said, "Sergeant, let somebody else stay here and send me on KP." I got down where we was pulling KP in the galley of that ship, and they had fresh bread already baked, and it was just coming out of the oven good and hot. I took me a loaf of that bread, and we had a one slice, sliced one loaf at a time. I just throwed one in and sliced it, put it on a plate, and got me a half pound of that stick butter like they put it in a half pound. I got a half pound of that butter, and I went out there and sat at one of them tables, and I ate all I could hold of bread
And butter.
and butter.
Wow. You didn't get a stomach ache?
Yeah, and that,
You must have been hungry.
I starved to death. I've been on the ship for about 7 days, and just what Red would
Uh-huh.
bring me is all I got, and sometimes I couldn't even eat what he'd get for me.